The incredible evolution of Max Verstappen. In 2016, Max Verstappen broke Formula One records by pulling off a remarkable win on his Red Bull debut only as a teenager. In 2021, he won his maiden championship up against the best driver in the world and the best car in Formula One. Take a look at what has happened to the young driver and tell me if this isn't incredible. Red Bull made a bold decision that changed Verstappen's life forever, also one that has shaped Formula One ever since. With just 13 years and 23 races under his belt, Verstappen was promoted from junior team Toro Rosso, taking Daniel Kvyat's position. Red Bull's conviction in Verstappen's ability was unflappable, even through criticisms from other drivers at the time. Red Bull coveted the driver in-house from rivals Mercedes and Ferrari because it was clear that the driver had the characteristics of both Senna and Schumacher. Well, many drivers have potential, and for Verstappen, even the most ardent fans couldn't have predicted the trajectory of his evolution. A week after Verstappen was confirmed as Daniel Ricciardo's new teammate, the young Dutchman and son of ex-Formula One driver Jos was pushed into the pressure space that is an F1 qualifying session, and he managed to qualify a very solid fourth on the grid. On race day, Verstappen was clearly determined to keep the Ferrari seen behind at bay, and probably didn't think of a maiden F1 podium despite his grid position. However, an infamous crash between Hamilton and Nico Rosberg turned the race on its head. Afterwards, it became a Red Bull vs Ferrari battle, and naturally both teams' leading drivers, Ricciardo and Vettel, battled for victory and pitted first. But it turned out that a two-stop strategy was actually more favourable, and so it was Verstappen against Kimi Räikkönen in a fight for victory. Räikkönen, an F1 world champion and 18 years senior to Verstappen, attacked the Red Bull on almost every lap, but through immense car placement and maturity, Verstappen held on for a momentous win. He became F1's youngest driver and F1's youngest winner. Also, he was the first driver to win on his team debut since Fernando Alonso in 2010. In his first 8 races with Red Bull, Verstappen finished with a very impressive 4 podiums and 6 top 5 finishes. At the end of his debut season, Verstappen pulled a drive that is perhaps even more well-known than Spain, recovering from 16th in a Brazilian GP downpour back to 3rd place. That was one of the best drives I've seen in Formula One, hailed Red Bull boss Christian Horner. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned to the channel. Although his promise and his immediate impact proved spectacular, it's only fair to say Verstappen was still very raw as an F1 driver when he just started, perhaps could still be, with mistakes, and questions piling over his conduct and driving style. During the 2016 Belgian GP, Verstappen forcibly blocked Räikkönen on the 200-mile-per-hour Kemmel Straight. Räikkönen later claimed Verstappen was going to cause a massive accident if he didn't change. Mercedes boss Toto Wolff mentioned that, as much as we like his impetuosity, it's refreshing, but it's dangerous. The driver's boss also conceded, saying the driver was on edge. Following major complaints on his driving style, Verstappen insisted that the complaints were a big lie. In fact, after a near miss between Verstappen and Hamilton, a so-called Verstappen rule was introduced to stop drivers from moving under braking while defending. Verstappen surely made impacts in his first year, including accidents. In 2020, Verstappen appeared even better than the previous year, fighting the Mercedes single-handedly as the Ferraris, but he suffered a reliability failure in Austria and still secured podiums in all of the first 7 races, even beating the much faster Mercs at Silverstone. In 2020, a morale-boosting pole position and victory in Abu Dhabi gave Verstappen all the momentum he and Red Bull wanted heading into a key 2021. In the same year, Red Bull took the fight to Mercedes with a much more competitive car, and in a twist of fate, emerged winners of the 2021 season. During the season, he was up against not just the Mercedes car, but their world-leading driver, Hamilton. Lewis and Max shared points through each race of the year and tied before the last race of the season. Hamilton led most of the race in the final Abu Dhabi race, and Verstappen did all he could to meet the Brit. In a twist of events, Hamilton got held up, and Verstappen in no time utilized the first open space he found to pass the Brit on the final lap of the race. Verstappen became world champion, his first world championship. His growth over the years has well been noted, and there's no doubt that he has done remarkably well still as a young driver. The The 2022 season will begin soon, and there are speculations that Verstappen could carry on his climb to the top. If you enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends.